I'm super humbled to stand here in front of you and share my experience. It's not a lot. I have my fellow speakers whose experience just in their career um, span vast more than my lifetime. I'm 26 years old, and I'm humbled by the love I've received here. The address today is not really an address, it's actually a conversation. I'm going to be talking to everyone in the esteemed panel, to the future of India, and to the parents of the future of India. The conversation today starts with a thought from a movie I saw when I was in 6th standard. It said, the flutter of a wing of a butterfly can cause a hurricane. You guys would have heard it as the butterfly effect. Voice is shaking, I know, I've never done this. The butterfly effect talks about a part in the universe which could cause a big rift in another part of the universe. In my spirituality, how I define things, I like to see it as I would have an idea sitting in my bedroom and that would cause an experience somewhere in the world so big that it would transform lives. That's exactly why I work in event experience curation. I wanted to talk about these truly unique experiences that I've had the opportunity to be a part of. Some of them were shaped by Mr. Amanjori, who happens to be my mentor for the last 8 years. Our humble first year student joins BTech Mechanical, finds his mentor there, and gets into curating experiences that would span a lifetime and people will not forget it. Some of these that I have experienced would would include launches of consumer smartphone devices. It would include launches of multiple brands in the country. It would, of course, involve a lot of music festivals. While music festivals is some place we go to have fun, I go there to work. Sounds odd, doesn't it? To a place where everyone smiles a lot. I see a team of thousands running behind to shape that up and make sure everyone feels the way they do. I'm going to talk a bit about that. I'm also going to talk a bit about how it is magnanimous to be able to be super young in India at this stage in time and get opportunities which we would not have gotten earlier. Um, Post-COVID, it was quite check. Post-COVID, it was quite difficult for the world to get back into the mode of celebration. Precisely so because we had 2 years of absolute zero activity and interpersonal connections. Assembled a team that was visionary enough to look forward to creating experiences in the country that people will never forget. I got an opportunity to be a part of that team. Currently, I work with a few festivals. Bandland, it's India's biggest rock festival. We aim to bring rock back to the country. Lollapalooza, bringing the best names of pop to the country. Samma Festival in Kashmir that talks about the art and culture and dead spaces in Kashmir that are being revived with art and culture. Across all of this, there is just one similarity: the idea of making people feel bigger than a lifetime. How we design these experiences is we ask ourselves, what do we want to feel at the center of that console the day of the festival as a consumer? We answer all of those questions, and then comes a list of things we want to do. That's how you do a music festival. I happen to be a project manager, and why I mention this is because that's a skill that I learned through different jobs that I've done. I've worked a few years with a consumer brand like OnePlus. I'm a consumer experience specialist. I've said experience at least 20 times, but that's essentially what I focus on to build whatever I do in the entirety of 9 hours of my day. I had a thought the other day sitting with my friend Ayush, and I mentioned him on this one specifically. It's the thought of 9 to 5. It's the thought of how India, this generation, looks at employment. Traditionally, and as Sir mentioned earlier, there were routes in which after 12th you could pursue engineering. You would either become a doctor, you'd go in commerce and become a chartered accountant. You would work 9 to 5 after acquiring a skill to be able to earn money and hence find fulfillment. I have an argument to it. I think we could chase exactly what makes us happy and make the money run for it. I'll give you an example. It took me the first 5 years to figure that when I wake up at 9, if I don't wake up with the zeal to do the work, I'm not going to be good at it. So the first 3 years I slogged and I made sure I was good at it and then found the interest in it. It made me super happy to make people happy. And that's why I call myself a community experience curator. It took me the next 2 years to realize how to really play this game. What I did was I went out and I worked as every job post I could. Today, I am a collection of skills. I am an editor, I'm a curator, an orator. I work with Photoshop, I work with Figma, I work in video editing, we produce content, we do project management and go-to-market strategies for different brands to come to life. What that taught me is I would want to do the same skills in the domain of music, which is something I really love. So from there came the need to work for music. In the last 1.5 years, I've made it a point that I wake up at 9 o'clock, I start my playlist, and then I forget about the music in it, let the music play in the background, and treat this project as a project manager. What I wanted to argue with the parents is rather than focusing on job titles and degrees, if we could always send the future of India to go focus on the skills that they like. Do they like photography? Send them out to the field, let them click a lot of pictures, come back. What they do with the picture comes later. They like videography, they like modeling. Just let them go out and venture. And to the future of India, to all of you, if you don't go out, try 100 things you don't like, you would not know the one thing you really like. So I guess right after college, the first thing that you want to do is to go out and acquire as many skills as possible. Try to see what is it exactly that you don't like. When you know what you don't like, never repeat. Move on to the next. Find what you don't like in this. You will, after 10 tries, maybe 15, stumble upon these two, 3 things that you really like. Hold them dear. You remember what you don't like, but you know what the skill was there. Get the skills, apply it here. That's going to make you closer to your dream, farther closer than you can imagine. I'm here today because Aman called me 3 a.m. one night and said, Saswat, I'm going to give you 18 minutes to speak to a crowd and no one's going to stop you. I usually get stopped when I express my thoughts, and that's precisely because I have a condition in which I happen to think parallelly in multiple directions. It's called ADHD, attention deficiency hyperactivity disorder. But to a lot of surprise, I use this as my strength. When I sit to start the work for one festival, I'm probably doing the visual direction for the other while thinking about the artist curation for the next and figuring out how can we do logistics at the next one after that. What I mean to say is we are born with a set of just us. It's a personality, it's characteristics, it's skills. The best you can do is to achieve your dream. The worst you can do is sleep it off. I'd say do the best and everyone's going to remember you. I want to also say, I wanted to address the idea of dreaming big. Apple comes out and says, dream big. Sure. Intel says we're going to dream big and make the future better. Sure. But when I was your age, and after seeing you guys do what you are doing here, I don't think I was there. Am I anywhere right now? Maybe not. But in a few years, I'm confident I'm going to be where I want to be. What is dreaming big? In the few years of my experience, I realized that dreaming big is to attain fulfillment and to acknowledge your privilege. Oops, did I say privilege? I'll explain. I define privilege as not as the lack of opportunity, but the lack of obstacle. So I'm sure we can create opportunities across the board. If you have an obstacle, go beyond it. You would talk to 5 people and come at a solution, but trust me, there is no problem big enough that we were not able to solve. Just a few years earlier, we had a pandemic the world had never seen. 2.5 years down, we are done with it. We found a vaccine, a cure, we moved on. Humanity will always move on. You are an integral part of it, you will always move on. Don't let any of these obstacles stop you. Again, a lot of people, and don't mind my thoughts being everywhere, I'm going to collate it all at the end. A lot of people, including my own sister, after her college came and asked me, Dadabhai, how do you find opportunities, right? I say it's simple. You wake up, you knock a door, and say, hey, I need an opportunity, and that gets shut, and you do that 100 times, the success rate is 7%. Every 100 emails you send, you get 7 emails back saying, let's do this. Apply for all 7 of them. You do that enough number of times, you reach to a point where you'll attain success. Try new things in life. New experiences will code your mind into dealing with things and scenarios which otherwise would make you super nervous, right? Some of the experiences that I've recently had and that has completely changed how I look at life is just to stop everything, take a one-way ticket to a place, go there and ask myself, what do I really want to do? Very unpopular, but in the fast-paced life that we live in, that I live in, that I believe that all of my peers here live in, we forget to sit down and ask ourselves, what is it that I want to do? It took me 26 years, guys, to sit down, ask myself what I wanted to do. This year, when I answered that question for myself, I think I see myself in a path to do it. So the next time you find yourself in a frenzy, ask yourself, what is it that I really want to do? Define objective, make milestones, dream big, but live the reality. Um, to walk out of this and talk about feelings the way we do, me and my friend again, call back to Ayush Jindal, have a theory, the 9 to 5 theory. You would be posed with the question how to make money, and is it difficult to make money? Here's a reality check. You wake up at 9, work till 5, you do any job, you earn money. You want to edit a video, you're going to earn money. You're going to click a picture, you're going to earn money. You want to do an event, you're going to earn money. You want to walk a ramp, you're going to earn money. What I mean to say is, things that you like are going to earn you money, but if you do it consistently, 9 to 5, every day, get up. The name of the game is to get up and do it again and again. To talk a bit about how to talk a bit about what is happening in my life right now. What have I done? Who is this guy? Hi, my name is Saswat Deb Barman. I like to curate experiences, and currently I'm curating some of the biggest experiences in the country. What I mean by that is some of these experiences, when you walk into, you would feel alive. That's the part of my job I really like. By the end of my experiences, I meet people who say, Saswat, I felt alive the way I've never felt alive. India today is on the radar to become one of the biggest center of these experiences to be created. Biggest of the talents, biggest of the names. Not just the talent and the name. In the frame of innovations, some of the work that we're doing with my partners at BMS, with my partner at Samma and Gener8, are making stages like people have never seen, making pyrotechnique happen in India the way they have never seen. In the line of job that I have, the next point that I need to reiterate for you guys is the idea of collaboration. It actually took about 80 people to make this happen. In your life, you'll seldom find things that you can do alone. So you know what, when you're knocking that door, take a friend along, find the interest together, so you can knock 200 doors within the same span of time and get 14 replies to your emails, like I said. It's quite overwhelming to talk about all of this without telling you the real picture of how I see it. Hey guys, anything I say today, don't take it too seriously. I'm a man of mistakes. I make so many mistakes that it would fill the room full of us and I'd still keep making mistakes, but I learn from each one of them. So here's what I want to give you back. Learn from each one of your mistakes. Don't be afraid to lose, because well, we can't win all battles. When you lose, although, see who won, how they were, what they felt like. Ask yourself, do you want to feel like that? Not all wins are for you to win. You have to pick the wins that you want and get there. I would leave you with one thought that shapes me and my thinking a lot. Plan in decades. By that I mean, you look into your lifetime and it's probably 7 or 8 decades long. Plan in decades. Live in the moments. Get up tomorrow, think what the task is, do it, achieve the task of the day. Do that 365 days, and that year's goal is achieved. plan in decades, live in moments, never follow a normal timeline. It's a hoax. I think I could say this for sure, that there is no age to be able to lead a music festival in the country, to do the biggest IFA show in the country. There's no age in which a model became a supermodel. There's no age in which someone did a biggest TV series. There's no age in which someone became India's leading aeronautical face and the youngest one at that. Never follow a timeline. Embrace energy and excitement. If you're excited to do something, never be sorry about it. When he found me, I was a kid that was excited to just have a conversation. Today, I have conversations, and that makes me money. Be excited about what you do. Get the energy to be able to do what you do. Do whatever it takes to enter the arena, because once you are in the arena, oh man, the ball is in your court. Achieve everything you'd like. One last thought, and I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. Be absolutely impossible to ignore. Be loud. I've been told that a lot. Be absolutely different. Dress differently. Tell yourself you can achieve everything. Know a lot by reading. Read a lot. Give your information to people. And when you have the chance, seize the moment. That's all I have for you guys.